Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Will, and we are back with some more Witcher 3 Blood and Wine today. Let's go inside. We just got the vineyard and we just leveled everything up, and we're just kind of waiting for construction to be done.
Could I ever use a nap?
A pleasure to welcome you once again to the as yet humble confines of Corfo. When last we met, I did not get the opportunity to present my credentials. With your permission, I shall do so now. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary, demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know, I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can
All right, there we go.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Oh my god, this is gonna drive me insane all stream. Alright, there we go. Got it. I just finished eating, and of course I have something stuck in my teeth. Alright. Alright. Okay, I don't think this is the main quest. I think we kind of got sidetracked on a tangent. Okay, yeah. Oh. Alright, well, we missed something. And ironically, we didn't end up reading something we should have, even though I read like everything I pick up. Actually, wait, where's there's gotta be a fast travel. Alright. It's over this way.
You've spread some nastiness to me.
Alright, back at the crypt. Okay, I can't read that, but I think it's... Is it talking about the musculature? Because if it is, why draw the beard? Oh, hello. Around here. Best buddy.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often?
I try not to overdo it. But they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, To use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mutna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Okay. So this kind of seems like this is going to be a very vampire-heavy story, which I did not see that coming.
Tesha Mutna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesha Mutna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Sweet, let's go. No questions.
See no reason to dawdle. Tesha Mutna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesha Mutna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
Interesting. I don't know that Witchers are like mutants and genetically altered, but I wonder if they taste different for like vampires compared to humans. Because you'd think they kind of take that into account at some point. It's like, yeah, and we put this in here, so like vampires don't really like to eat Witchers.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
You lead.
Well, there's already a dead body. A traveling bard.
Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger.
Danger ahoy.
Beyond this wall lies
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
Taking it to the next level. Okay. Okay, what did these ones do? Vitality. Vitality. Yeah, I don't think I have anything that can go higher than that still. Let's actually check alchemy. I don't know, I might have picked up something. I haven't really been looking for alchemy components, so... Alright, not really much going on there. Not great. Once we get to 3, we'll look about putting it on. Increased damage landed, fast attack, critical hit by 12%. This deck now applies a bleed effect.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
Ooh, hello. Oh yeah, plus I think we can also equip that other sword. Plus 10. Yes. Oh shit, this stuff looks dope. Wait, is that heavy armor? Oh, it is heavy armor. I don't think that's even that good of a bonus. I mean, that's a good enough, like, amount of points that we get increased. Actually, what's even the difference? Is it just movement speed? Not good. Good. Silver blade. Alright, sweet. We're gonna need that silver blade. And I still need to look into, like, leveling these runes and, like, see if we can combine them, because I'd love to get, like, a higher level than this. Or that. I think there's a... Isn't there a 5% one? I'd love to get that. I really like this armor. And then what was this one? Was this one bleed? Alright, we'll have bleed ability on both. And let's actually check damage. Okay, that's close to breaking. This one's at 100%. Alright. Let's actually repair that other one. There we go. So we're not in the middle of the fight and it just busts.
There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
I can't believe we found this baller ass armor just in that chest. I hope we get to find the boots and gloves soon.
A great many beings have breathed their last here.
I wish the swords were a bit darker brown. If not, like, as just straight up like silver or black. Instead of this lighter brown color. Oh, I didn't even notice the armor as well as the weapon bonus still carries over. I wasn't sure if that was gonna get wiped out because we changed what we have on.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Oh.
Indeed, though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
Is that the boots? The boots of nice, and it's got spurs on it. Dude, this armor set is awesome. We also got a mask, which looked very creepy and off-putting. That was the wrong button. Nice. I'm doing it just for the bonus. The mask does look pretty creepy. Oh, I should probably go to that dwarf that we can trade this in for actual more spendable gold. Sick. I don't think we've come across a mask that has any of those like slots in it to put in additional abilities. I can't remember. What was this one? Axia? Crap, which one was Axia? Ah, the most useless of them. Of course I got a whole bunch of those.
Cells. Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's...
Ooh, yeah. Gloves. We still need gloves. I'll take the ring. It kind of reminds me of, what was it? I think it was the Vampire Diaries. Near the end, there were like those that horde of vampires that had like an underground prison. Nice. Oh, yes! We got the set, baby! I wonder if we'll find another weapon, too. We found one weapon, but it's pretty weak. I wish we could level up weapons. What am I doing? Yes. Dude, this set is sick. Actually, wait, can I take off the mask now that I have the full set on? While I still have the bonus? Or is that bonus specifically from the mask? Okay, no, we keep the bonus. Okay, sweet. So we don't need the mask. God, yeah, this armor's awesome. Black armor's always the sickest.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then. Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will captured scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, the scent shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
I feel like those two should be switched.
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I said.
Damn it, I keep...
The stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
It's a good wine.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I should be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent. Also, my head started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. But somehow.
Please, Geralt. You won't be able to. We must forge through this, that is.
We just smell the blood.
Damn it. Holy shit. Big one behind me. Okay. Oh my god. Shit. Oh shit, I forgot to take drink at the beginning.
I shall overcome.
Good. Because I can hear more coming.
Fuck. Jesus. So many? And I can't, like, get a good charge going. There we go, there we go. Whoop. Oh, fuck, there's another high level one. Ah. Shit. This is not good. Damn it! Oh, fucking pillars and shit in the way. Ah. Fuck! And I can't keep on fucking shifting the goddamn camera every 5 seconds to see everyone. And it wouldn't be so bad if we had all these little fucking mobs in here. Dude. No, no fucking pillars. Why do you put those in a fucking room like this? I hate pillars so freaking much. Come on. Oh my god, what the hell? Fuck. Ah. Okay, the big guys aren't that bad. It's just these little dudes that keep on like coming and biting the ankle.
Hold on, I'll let you out.
Oh my gosh. I know I could have totally killed those guys. Had a little more time. Shoot. Classic Nosferatu style.
Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you.
A few hours later.
Get you out of here.
Don't worry, I just zone out for a few hours.
The concoction.
We did kind of let out that one monster. I'm assuming it probably went straight towards the door.
Can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
He's working.
Excuse me. Shall I take a moment?
You
jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand, I've a meeting.
Sir,
Counsel.
you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
Gonna be a whole story about betrayal. I can see it a mile away.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
Okay, what the hell is going on here? Our weekly shoe shine appointment.
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Detlef had made friends with him. Still killed him, and chopped up his corpse. And he was overcome with fury, remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Detlef I know. See anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Detlef first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the Port District. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Detlef.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
1000 XP, baby. Quest complete. So vibrant. Yeah, let's... Literally did not move the thumbstick. I hit back, and then he just did that weird back and forth juke movement. Alright. We must away! Alright. So, for those that don't know, at the end of this month, or near the end of this month, / beginning of next month, like, summer games and whatnot is going to start kicking off. And like usual, PlayStation is going to be having a stream. Which I'm just like...
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pipes, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
All you need to know is, long as I'm here, you're not gonna touch the boy.
Is that so? Then we'll come find him once you're gone.
Try it, and I'll find you.
Is that a threat?
Yep. Leave the kid be and piss off.
Oh no. No, no.
Just...
insults us. We'll pummel the swine first, then spank the piglet. Get him!
These are the types of dipshits that would be like, what? You just slayed a dragon? I bet I could fight him with my bare hands. It's like, are you fucking dumb? Alright, it's been a moment since I did hand-to-hand. Oh, fuck off.
Not good.
Not good indeed. Ah! Aw, that's fucking lame.
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast, on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Assaulting a child.
Obstructing my investigation.
Understood. Right. A few days in the clink ought to teach them not to impede official duchy business. Come on.
That was so lame.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Oh, wait, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please. So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
All right. Let's see if we can't figure something out.
That's literally all I have.
See? I knew we'd clinch it.
Guess I can agree to that.
1,000 thanks. I shan't forget it.
XP for extortion.
I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron, gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, do you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Alright.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with.
Anyway, yeah, so PlayStation stream hopefully soon.
Door. One the boot black mentioned.
Obviously, super hoping that we either get an update to Spider-Man 2 or the Wolverine game. Either one, really. As well as I'm hoping that Hoyo will use that stream as an opportunity to announce when Star Rail's coming to PlayStation. Honestly, that's all I'm really looking forward to. I'm trying to think of anything else specific, but I can't really think of any other game that I'm super hyped about. That's like, that would be there. Just because like a lot of the ones that I am kind of looking forward to are going to be coming out in the next few months, and like we already have the release date, so it's like there's no real point in really advertising on there. But it's that special time where it feels like there's always like a year where there's like a big announcements and then a follow-up year where they kind of update you. And I feel like this is a year where hopefully we'll be getting a bunch of new game announcements and not just a bunch of updates to previous years. I'm hoping. I'm just kicking the door. Bam! I don't even kick it in. I use my magic to fucking blast that sucker. You could have said there was a giant horse sign next to it.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Dettlaff, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Incorporeal.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
That's creepy. Children's toy factory? Or old children's store?
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around.
We're not going to address the rocking horse, just keep going, are we? Alright. already. God damn. This just allows us to like blast through a bunch of levels. Yeah. Probably level that one up. I don't know which one would be better. This one kind of seems like it might be better. The crit rate. Let's try it for a little bit, see if we really see any difference. Because we do have that crazy swing move now too, so that in combo with bleed might be a really good.
Attic, let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around. Detlaff van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renawed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh.
Yeah, that's what I guessed.
We can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Detlaff killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
Who's Renawed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came round to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Take it you have your doubts.
I know humans better than he does. Their capacity to be disloyal, dishonest. I also know she took her things. Not something one associates with the kidnapped, or those who disappear against their will. I'll save you the trouble of asking. No, I don't know why she left. I can, however, hazard a guess that Detlaff grew angry one day, showed another, more monstrous side. Detlaff's anger could frighten anyone off, though most who see it get no chance to flee.
Detlaff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Detlaff is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Even if Renawed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime. Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. That Renawed?
I don't know. As I said, I never met her.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
It was... Am I crazy? Was that one of the handmaidens to the queen?
Tools were used recently. Detlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Yeah, because there was one handmaiden that acted kind of weird when we went to see the queen, and I didn't know what that was. I was thinking maybe she was worried about one of the knights that got into the fight with us, or not into the fight with us, that was in the fight which we interrupted. No, I meant, god damn it. Oh wait, no, it
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count de Lacroix.
Detlef's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter, all of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite, rare mineral, pretty much found only in
Nazaire, but I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either, especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
Actually, it is. Detlef's being manipulated. Some lunatics turned him into a tool, making him kill.
So it would seem. But this illuminates a path of action for us. We must find Renowed, render the blackmail senseless. The lunatic or ticks will thus lose hold on Detlef.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlef and I both.
Another 1000 XP just for that. Oh wait, no. Ah, shit. There were other pieces. All right. That's pretty nice. I wonder if that dungeon we were at, if we could return there on foot, or if that's just like kind of a special area just for that little story beat.
When the Duchessa laughs, it's no
Life in Beauclair can be quite...
Honestly, the infinite food was by far the best choice from that guy.
Any takers? Last call, then I head home.
God damn, that thing is far.
Guess that's a champion.
I imagine you've been all over the world, Sir Richard.
What's new, Silverlocks? Looking for diversion?
Alright, we haven't really stepped in foot inside the palace. So, can't wait to see what it looks like. I'm assuming super fancy.
I wonder if I can get the log from the Champ from Ellie.
shoulder, check the child. Boom! How the hell do those grow? Eh, maybe. I was gonna say, it doesn't seem like they'd get like a lot of sunlight. Was the throne outside? Oh, no. Okay.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside.
Fuck are you talking about? The murders were happening before I got here.
We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast, I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue.
I'll let 'em.
Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
I want to say go for it.
Whoa, this is work for a witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a Witcher fails, my guardsmen must step in. I'll take my best. 40 hardened veterans. No vampire can stand up to that.
40, 50, 100? Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich. Capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human. And he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier.
Oh, fucking course. I knew she was gonna do something like that.
Wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Estest, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Wow, that was very fast.
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Sarre too. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint-Réal, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Revello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint-Réal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
No, someone's just trying to take them out and is like one of her underlings.
Wait, your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Let's dig to do this.
Ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
Alright. As soon as he mentioned wine, I was like, oh fuck, she's gonna whip out a sommelier that can do this, can't she? Since this is wine country.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Yeah, I was hoping we were gonna have more conversation here, but it doesn't seem like it.
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this. Help! Save us!
Panthers!
Back, you beast! It runs! Help! Save us!
It's insane there's panthers in this fucking vineyard. How many vineyard workers get mauled by panthers every year?
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
We're fortunate
Thank
we
you.
happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
That's it, Roach.
Alright.
Tell me more about this vineyard. Castel Revello.
It's the best in all Tucson. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabricio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper?
That's...
Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
Best cure for the beast. A witcher.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed?
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabricio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
The Sonreal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the 18 barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is the Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
Keep in mind, if you lost it, you're just incompetent. But if you didn't lose it, that means you are part of a murder plot.
Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire. Considered that.
Fabrizio!
Has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
Wonder if we're gonna get into a fight and she's gonna actually be our backup.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Oh my god, just trying to do a simple motion of fucking turning around to read this. Dude. 1269?
Hervelous. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
More 1269.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Oh, we got two.
Got Pomino over here. Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
Did I miss one? Oh, there's more up there. Okay. How do we get up there? Nope, that's to leave. Oh, duh, stairs. All right. $12.70.
1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
San Real. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close.
God damn it, it's literally gonna be the last thing I check.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Yeah. Let me break these barrels with my awesome strength.
Full. This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Full. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question
Full
is,
of wine or not?
are they full of San Real? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
We're gonna get sauced. Find barrel taps. Corkscrew. No barrel taps. Are barrel taps the hammers? Ah, yes it is.
Wooden hammer for tapping barrels.
Give it a little tappy tappy. Nothing? No? What? Like, what's happening here?
I have a feeling we'll find something awry.
None of them are particularly... Hello? Do I need to equip the barrel tap? What's happening here? Barrel tap. Doesn't seem like there's a way to equip it. Oh, we have to get more than one? Oh.
Barrel taps.
Oh, okay. I thought we were just gonna smash them open by using the hammer.
Got the taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
I'm starting to think the queen might be a real wino.
So?
Those hints of spice.
Spice.
Distinctive. This is Sonreal.
Ah. Ta-da. I'll do this last one next. All cobwebby. Oh no, we already found it.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
Could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible.
Impossible.
This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio. Let's see what he has to say about it.
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But your grace,
You are a step away from losing your head.
Now calm down.
Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
No.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name?
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrin aristocrat at court.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? At the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
A few hours later. So this is what we'll do. You'll be dressed as a barmaid, and I'll hide inside the barrel. And your knights will be dressed up as horses. We'll need at least 4 men.
Relax. Now we wait.
We just need to find a spirit of Halloween to get the horse costumes. Wow, okay, a whole bunch. Yeah, this is...
Our favorite vintner. It's not him.
For all we know, these guys could just been paid to like pick up some wine. Whoa, what was that? That's soul sucking. Is that a new ability that we have with this armor? Ow, biddies! The fucking... Oh my god, I hit the barrel and nothing happened. I thought we were good. But apparently there's a delay for it to burn through the barrel. Fuck. Alright. And I was a bit away from it too. I'm surprised that did kill me. I'm sorry, not that. Skip.
Pathetic.
Dude, this armor is bussin'. Oh my god, you shitty titty. Alright, last guy. Boom! Cut in twain.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Are we bonding?
Questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it.
We're becoming best buddies.
She awaits nearby.
Not at all surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
The master's eye fattens the calf. You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions.
Oh, he's dead. Back then, a paper cut could kill you.
Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Ah, got him.
Once again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call him...
Wait. He doesn't wish to speak. He needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Usually only take measures like that as a last resort, but in this case, think I can make an exception.
Do as you deem fit. He is all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Who hired you?
Who hired you?
He'll kill me!
Ought to be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Cintrian. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to
I feel like that's her favorite catchphrase.
Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's go to town.
Baller. Yeah, this is a very, like, chaining all of it together pretty quickly. Ooh, 2 points.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Yeah, that feels like something we probably, when we were telling them about the blackmail at first, it kind of felt like we were dwelling on the vampire guy a lot longer than we should have. I feel like we should have just started off with, like, I found the monster, it's being blackmailed, so even if we kill the monster, whoever's blackmailing him will keep trying to kill these people. So, like, it won't really matter if we take out the vampire or not, because the person behind him still alive. I feel like that should have probably been where we started off that conversation with.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Centurion, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Centurion does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
That's no big surprise.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer? I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted, fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Cintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville, in Mountebank Alley.
Nice. Alright. Well, we just got 2 levels. Or not 2 levels, we got 1 level, but we got 2 points from it. Yeah, that green ability. Yeah, it's gotta be the armor ability. Wait, what? Did I miss something? Mutation. Yeah, did I ever? Yeah, I never even really looked at any of these, so... Yeah, that one, this one is confusing. And I hope that was a good choice. Yeah, the adrenal stuff I still don't get.
Double the patrols, just in case.
Like, I'd be so pissed if I found out, oh yeah, there was a way to increase how many magic spells you can do. I'd be so fucking pissed. Since I'm so stuck on just doing one at a time.
The whole team of smiths worked half a day to get him out.
I'm not drunk.
Oh, hold on, what time is it? I mean, not what time is it. Oh, where's the, you there? You know what, guys? I think we might just call it a little bit early for today. We've been hitting the story pretty hard, and honestly, I've really been digging it. This story, definitely, I find a lot more engaging than the main story was. I could see what people were talking about. We got this fly new suit of armor. We just got a whole bunch of upgrades. We got, like, what, 3 or 4 levels just today, which is crazy. But yeah, that is going to be it for today, guys. Tomorrow we're going to be continuing the Genshin Impact, like, desert story that we've been doing in the new area, and just continue just exploring the new region, finding more treasure chests, all that stuff. Friday we'll hop back into this, do some more story, and then this weekend we're going to maybe, hopefully, if I'm not jinxing it, finish up Mafia 3 Definitive Edition. Hopefully. But yeah, that is it for day 981 of streaming in a row. Thanks for coming out and hanging out, everyone. Like always, links down below for my Twitter, as well as a link over to my YouTube channel where all my previous streams are uploaded and archived over there. And that is it for today. Hopefully I'll catch you all tomorrow with some Genshin Impact. If not, I'll see you guys